Hello all, I hope you are doing well in these unprecedented times. Welcome to the FF Virtual Arena where we're hosting you today. Today we're travelling to one of my favourite countries in the world and also one of the most exciting hubs on the map, Turkey, where a staggering 20% of people have been buying and selling cryptocurrencies, and neobanks are getting hotter than ever there. Here to talk a little bit more, and we're going to do a bit of a profile today, is none other than Chief Operating Officer at Papara, Jenab. I butchered your name again there after practicing earlier. Jenab Dogru. How are you doing, Jenab? All good, all good?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much.
Excellent. Right, first thing we have to, off the bat, massive congratulations on your most recent fundraise.
Yeah, thank you so much.
So we're doing a bit of a profile on Turkey and the neobank industry in Turkey. So to kind of kick off, what is Papara? What are you guys? What are you trying to solve? What's the deal?
So the Turkey is the banking system in Turkey is very deep and very evolved. So the legislation related with the financial institutions is not too old if I compare with the Europe. So there were legislation before 2015, and after 2015, there are lots of companies applied for the non-bank financial license for different types, and Papara was one of them. So we applied for the license in 2015 and 2016 and granted the license in the same year in a very short time. So what was the reason for that? There are lots of rules for the financial system. There are still rules in financial system, and we saw that with that rules, I mean, people cannot reach out to financial products easily. So we decided that let's do something and let's solve some issues. And one of those issues was sending and receive money instantly without any rule. What I'm trying to say with rule, there are some honors, offers, and lots of barriers to do that. And the intrabank system was not working on offers, as you may assume. So we said that, okay, why don't we give kind of freedom to the people if they want to send and receive funds instantly? So we started like this, and we added lots of features later on, such as prepaid card. Prepaid card is one of the most important and successful product for Papara also. We started in 2016 with 0 customer. Now we reach out 4.45 million customer in our four years journey, and those are unique customers, by the way. It came from only the idea of freedom to reach financial services. That's it.
That is absolutely. I'm going to say congratulations again. That's absolutely fantastic. I do just want to take us a little step back in time. I mean, Turkey is an incredible market. You have a lot of people who may not have access to traditional banks, but have got smartphones. So how big is this opportunity there? I mean, for 4 million in 4 years is just staggering by any stretch of the imagination. But how big is that domestic market?
There is still room for growing. I mean, because the population is young. This is one of the opportunities. Is more than 85 million people is living in Turkey. There are lots of immigrants also still growing here, and young population is high. This is an opportunity, and they reach out to mobile phones and internet access and etc. This is also very important. I mean, if you check the social media numbers for Turkey, I mean, we are in top 5, top 10 in Facebook, Twitter, and etc. So the demand for the services on mobile is very high. And when we look at the numbers, we saw that when we started. I mean, just more than 30 billion people does not have access to banking system. That doesn't mean that they cannot access the banking system. They didn't need for that. Okay, because when you think about the banking system in Turkey, if you don't need a credit card, because credit card is a kind of an entrance for the consumers. So if you don't need something related with credit, you even don't need bank. But when with the effect of the digitalization, okay, people needed to digitize their cash because they want to engage to the world. Okay, you are living in a small town, you need to buy something, but it is sold online. Okay, what are you supposed to do? Okay, what are you going to do? You have cash on your pocket, but you need to digitize that. At that moment, okay, the people needed something they fully get on board digitally, open account in seconds, minutes, seconds. It depends on your typing speed, and then start to transact. What we offer to people, okay, just download the app, open the web, open your account in seconds with full digital KYC, and then pick up a card from a store or just an apply for virtual card, and you are on. You may pay anywhere you wish. If you want to top up your account, you can use any kind of channel you deserve. You can use a bank branch, an ATM, a postal service, and convenience store. We give different variety of options to the people. So this is it. We don't put barriers to people. Okay, this is the rule. Just follow that. No, this is not our philosophy. We just try to bend the rules. We try to give people opportunity and freedom to reach out the services and engage the world. And when we hear the feedback from our customers, and that makes that we feel that we are on the right path, because they say that okay, they reach out those services, and buy and purchase their needs with help of our product, and mostly with convenient prices or mostly free. Because again, I need to emphasize that I'm not saying that we are doing everything for free of charge, but we try to keep lots of the basic functionalities for free. Okay, try Papara, try for free. If you are happy for that, if you get to have some more advanced products or want to use Papara heavily, you may pay some fees for that, but for your daily needs, most of the Papara products are free. So this is another philosophy, by the way. And this is also our competitive advantage for classic banking system. We don't have branch, we don't have too many people, thousands of people working behind. We try to keep things digital, and this is our competitive advantage. Being a bracket, not dependent too many crowded stuff. So solving things digitally, and that's it. So that we can offer people to reach out our services for reasonable prices or mostly free.
Absolutely. I mean, I see that. I can see your passion there around it is Bank of the Freedom. It is giving people that choice, giving people that freedom, which you would think is relatively straightforward. But the amount of times, I mean, just giving an example in the UK, there were some restrictions placed around cryptocurrencies. I think it was last year, around what you can and can't do, and that wasn't legislation. That was from some of the I know Lloyds were involved, some of the incumbents themselves. But I mean, Turkey, crypto. We got to talk about crypto because that obviously is a big deal in Turkey. 1 in 5 people are using it, and I believe the Turkish Capital Markets Board have now even started creating legislation. What you guys obviously are partnered with our friends at Binance, so customers can buy and sell different cryptocurrencies. What's the approach to that, and what's your customers' reaction to using this?
Yeah, it's again related with engaging to the world. Okay, if you look at so in the country, let's check just the investment opportunities. Okay, you have the currency in Turkish lira. There are different currencies, and we know the situation of Turkish lira fluctuating, and so that people wants to invest in different variety of investment products. Crypto is one of them. People feel engaged to the world. And also, I will just talk about later on, we are trying to give the freedom of investing in other stock markets and etc. is coming, by the way, our super product on the way. So this is related, again, engaging to the world. And people in Turkey wants to invest different type of investment products, and crypto is one of them. Also, the high revenue opportunity is another flavor, by the way, for the Turkish people. That's why, I mean, the demand to the crypto is still rising, by the way. I mean, if I check our transactions, okay, how it's growing, if you want you to give an example, this number, when I look at the growth year over year, I can say that, I mean, it's 4 or 5 times still growing year over year. It's pretty high. We are not the only solution provider, by the way, for crypto. I mean, there are a couple of banks also banded that barrier, and they are working with different crypto exchanges, local or multinational ones. Binance was one of them. We are happy to launch because they entered Turkish market, expanded Turkish market. Firstly, with Papara. Maybe you haven't heard about that, but nowadays, I mean, Bitpanda is again one of the biggest ones. Launched Turkish expansion recently, I think last week. We again enabled them to launch in Turkey with the help of Papara. Papara is the only top-up method of Bitpanda also. Again, we believe in that. Okay, there is no any legislation in Turkey, but we have some rules for that. And we know how it works. We know what kind of risks we are carrying on. That's why we are careful, and we learned it very well. If you look at the financial markets in Turkey, the interest rates are fluctuating. Okay, investing in Turkish lira, investing in other currencies, and the interest rates. People look at the investment opportunities and think that, okay, if I invest in Turkish lira and keep money in the bank for a certain period of time, how much am I going to win, and what is the price and what is the risk? On the other hand, they see that, okay, there's another opportunity over there. You can invest for small, tiny amounts for free of charge. There's a system here. You can open your account digitally, and they tried. What we see here, okay, in the pandemic, people are on their home. They are working here. They're most engaged. They use their mobile, and they read much more. And people get affected from each other, and they want to invest different type of products. And for the future, okay, in the pandemic, lots of the people think about that, the local financial markets. Okay, how is it going to? I mean, what is the effect of the pandemic to the markets, stock market, and etc. People tendency for the investment is adding some flavor to their investment options. So crypto was one of them. So in pandemic, we haven't seen any jump. We always see, I mean, just continuous growth in the investment. And we believe in that it will grow like that for a long time also.
Well, speaking of growth, again, we mentioned obviously there have been some fundraising over the last 7 days with you guys. Are you looking to expand outside of the domestic market, focusing perhaps on, say, Germany, Lithuania, or even the UK, places where there's a lot of kind of Turkish communities? It's probably quite a nice, easier way into those markets.
Sure. Okay, we grown up here, but we need to be a regional, multi-regional, maybe global company. We know that. Okay, if we want to get intention from the investors, I mean, this is the same pathway, but you need to pick up the right time for that. For the product-wise, for the customer-wise, and for the experience that we have seen in our journey in Turkey, we believe in that it's the right time now. I mean, if pandemic didn't happen, okay, we were active in Europe. I believe in that because we started to work last year for that. But as you may assume, it's a little bit postponed because of that. We are still working on it. So our next plan to expand to the European market first, and then other neighbor companies like CIS countries, maybe North Africa, and then we'll see. So, but the Europe is the first expansion plan for the market. Why Europe? Yes, there are some Turkish population living there. Also, as you may assume, there are some immigrants in Turkey and there are some immigrants in Europe. They have roots and etc. We believe in that because we are getting demand for non-Turkish citizens, but they have some roots in Turkey and they want to get engaged with the people living in Turkey by the financial aspect. So banking solutions or other type of remittance solutions is not enough for them. Maybe not affordable, I don't know, but they strongly want to work with us or open account. But again, that will be a kind of leverage for us, Turkish population. But this is not the only target, I can say that. We will start from there, but we believe in that we will be a very strong player also in Europe soon. Not only I mean just for the Turkish customers or also non-Turkish customers.
Looking at obviously Turkish customers, would you think that in Turkey there's a very different approach to banking preferences? For example, like we noticed you guys, you don't collect interest. Is that more to do with Islamic finance, or is that more of a kind of a domestic area?
Actually, no, it's not related with that because Islamic banking is a completely different area. It needs a completely different expertise, by the way. We don't have it. The reason is that there's legislation, Turkish legislation. For if you are not a bank, we call ourselves a kind of neobank, but it's not allowed, by the way, because the type of the services we are giving a kind of transactional banking, no interest product, no credit. So by the legislation, interest and credit is not allowed for non-bank financial institutions. This is one of the reasons. Okay, it's not related with Islamic banking. It's not even in our target, by the way. As I said, it's a different area and different components. So, but we believe in that since we are interest-free, we have some also audience from that banking system because they want to feel comfortable. Okay, do you have some customers are strongly asking, okay, do you have interest or something like that? We say, okay, no way, by law it's not allowed. So they feel okay, relieved and say, I can work with you. This is one of the reasons, but not the main attraction points for getting customer. If we can find a way or any change in the legislation, we would like to offer people interest, or even we would like to offer them a kind of, credit if we can find opportunity. This is another area, but related with legislation. Hopefully, it's going to happen, but I don't know when.
Well, let's keeping that in mind. Let's talk the future. What are some of your future plans? I'm very interested in terms of the roadmap to revenue and profitability. What are some of the ways that you're exploring? Actually, do you know what? This is an untapped way of driving revenue, whilst at the same time keeping that ethos of we want to give people freedom, we want to give people choice. What's the future plan here?
Sure. We have some core products. Okay, we are doing some developments and some additional features on our core products. By the way, like you can split your bill, or you can demand money, and etc. There are some cool options we are adding. Also, we are adding some additional payment options in the application. We just try you to keep in the application without interrupting you. If you are trying to make a payment to an institution, you are supposed to do that in our application. We are growing. Since we are not a bank, it's not that easy because you need to convince some other solution providers, some third parties for that. If you are not a bank in Turkey, mostly you are declined. It's getting a little bit time. But we have a very strong team to make those kind of collaborations, so we are working on it. And for future, some new products, if I can list, we have just recently added currency exchange. There are two currency currently. no one had did it before, but we will be adding more and more currency options and investment products like investing in stock markets, domestic and international, by the way. We are looking some ways to do that because for the legislative perspective and for other perspectives, there are some barriers on that. We are trying to pass them. Those are coming. There is another program is coming because Papara has a very unique loyalty program. It's loyalty program named Cashback. Cashback means, okay, if you look at the Turkish card market, you see that the loyalty programs and the installment is very, very strong. But the type of the loyalty program is the rules of the loyalty program is designed by the banks, and there are lots of rules and conditions for that, and people don't like it. So our loyalty program doesn't have any kind of rule. We just directly saying that this is the opportunity. There is no any hidden rules here. You cannot lose your points and etc. So it's so open. Cashback program is growing. We will be adding additional program. I cannot say the name here, with different type of cards, and that will be very unique again and will be full of opportunities. We will be launching that soon, and international expansion. Another one, there is no any remittance option currently. Maybe after the expansion of international markets, we may offer that. We are still getting strong demand for that. Those are the things we will be adding in the near future. There are a couple of them, but I will not announce them here. Sorry for that. I will keep it on my side. You will hear that later.
Excellent. The last thing I've got to ask you, I love asking this. So in the UK, we've got Atom Bank, Willam is on the board. You have Klarna with Snoop Dogg in the US. I've heard some incredible ones. Which pop culture icon do you think best personifies Papara? And they don't have to be living; they could be anyone at all. It's more just to kind of get that feeling as to what you guys are about. No pressure.
Okay, so Papara is a kind of naughty boy. We call ourselves naughty boy. Okay, we love to make problem, not problem, but make problem for the good of people. By the way, we just bend the barriers. So any hip hop stars maybe a fan of Papara, but I can say that it's related with another one is also freedom. Freedom is, we always emphasize freedom. So he's not a pop star, but I can say that there's Scottish hero William Wallace. Okay, William Wallace, freedom. Definitely William Wallace. If he had been living, now he will be supporting Papara and he will be fan of Papara because we try to distribute freedom to the society. So he will be our fan. He will be our fan.
That's such a great example. Well, Cenap, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us today. What's the best way for people to get in touch with yourself?
LinkedIn, Cenap Dogru, or if they wish, they can email us. They email me. I can give my email. I don't know if I can say here, but sinap@papara.com or info@papara.com. Those are the communication channels. We really looking for any kind of collaboration from any kind of company and people, and because we support startups, we support grown-up companies. There are lots of big multinationals we are working currently. Also, there are lots of startups we are supporting, trying to give them support on the financial aspect, payment aspect. So anyone wants to do something within Turkey or any question, we would love to help them.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for that opportunity also.